Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's your pal Boiler Dowd. There's actually 20 seconds left in Purdue's game over Yale. Since Matt Painter was about to shake Yale's coach's hand before the game was over, and I decided to do something a little different and start recording early. My family's very close in the background here. But it's Friday, March 18th at 4:05, and Purdue is 10 seconds from heading on to the round of 32. They're up, they're going to win 78-56. And the game's about to go to 0. So hope your afternoon's good. This was a bit of a I don't like to say cakewalk, but it was a game that went the way it should have. There's some boneheaded basketball in there along the way. There's some plays that you wish you could kind of have back, but really nothing of consequence. Jaden Ivey started the game well. He attacked. Put Yale back on their heels, forced them to think about him on every possession. Zach Edey was impossible for them to match up with, of course. No surprise there either. And Purdue ran out to a 10 to 12 point lead relatively early. Kept them at arm's length. I think they were about 12 points up at half. I'm not sure exactly how many. Second half, the lead fell down, I think, to 10. Before Purdue hit the gas and the game got away quickly from Todd Singer is joining live. I appreciate it. He says nice relaxing game, and it really was. I never felt stressed. I wasn't stressed this morning. Todd wasn't stressed at all. Ben Cotton wasn't stressed. He's here, and it was not a perfect game, but the fact that they moved on with relative ease is boy, that's nice. But the thing we've got to keep in mind, that's a good game. That's an easy game. Yale was not supposed to be the automatic qualifier out of the Ivy League, one of the weaker teams, one of the weaker leagues that gets the auto bid. And so Princeton was supposed to be there, but since Yale beats them, Purdue moves on quite easily. And LBD, you got anything? Come on. So LBD's here.
They played pretty well.
Played pretty well. You have anything you want to add to the?
Newman had some good minutes at the end with the walk-ons.
Yeah, with the third line, as I called him back early in the season. But Purdue played. I just said it was a business-like performance. Mm-hmm. My dad, of course, is yelling as loud as he can, right 7 feet away, and he knows I'm recording, which is great. But good. That's why you watch these games with family. It's a lot of fun. But it'll quiet down here probably in a minute here after I'm about ready to be done recording. But that's okay. The whole nature of this thing is this is supposed to be Nathan Anderson asked a nightmarish question. Do you want to see Chris Beard again? Nathan, I don't ever want to see Chris Beard again. I'm going to be real honest. Yeah. Nothing good comes out of that. So, but how do you feel about Virginia Tech or Texas?
I think Virginia Tech's going to win, and I think Purdue will lose to them. But that's just... See, they look pretty good today, though. So
I picked. Yeah, I think if Virginia Tech beats Texas, I think Purdue goes through Virginia Tech, gets on to the round of 16, gets to next weekend. If they play Texas, I think Painter has such a mental block versus Chris Beard, and Chris Beard's defense is so stifling. Yeah. I think Purdue would struggle. That Chris Beard defense is really a lot like IU plays this year, in that they are just an absolute wet blanket. They take teams out of their rhythm, but they're better athletes than IU straight across the board. Texas is. So, and they were at Texas Tech. They were not at Arkansas Little Rock, but they had one guy go crazy and hit shot after shot from 30 feet top of the key, and Purdue never did anything to stop it. But like I said, Purdue moves on quite easily. Let's go over some stats real quick, BD, if you're okay with this. Purdue wins 78-56. That's their 28th win on the season. 28th win on the season. And Ivey leads all scorers unless something drastic happened. And Ivey leads all scorers, 22 points. He did most of his work in the first half. I think he had 16 points in the first half.
Yep. Or at least 16 or 18, one of those.
Yep. And Edey has 16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks. I mean, they just didn't have they didn't have an answer. When Edey was in the game and Purdue was missing shots, which they'll do, Edey was there just cleaning up the mess, making it pretty simple. Travion Williams also ton of glass. He 10 rebounds.
Yep.
He had 8 points. Travion also had some of the stupidest passes we've seen in this half of the
He
season.
had some pretty good passes, but also some really bad
Goodness,
passes.
he was really conscientious of the idea that he was going to try to make magic happen every time he touched the ball. One of them, the worst one, is like the first turnover he had, where he was face up, man to man with a Yale player. Where he could probably beat him off the dribble.
Yeah.
Instead, he tries to put a push pass across the lane to Hunter in the corner. Hunter wasn't even near, and it went right to the defender. Easy read, right to the defender. Yeah. But and Trey had a couple bad passes. So Purdue simply has to. That's a big deal. Purdue simply has to clean up the mess, though, to beat the next level of team. Yeah. They can't do it. Great news here. This is huge. Purdue went to the free throw line a lot. They went to the free throw line 33 times. They made 27 of them. 82% free throw shooting day. That you're going to win a lot of games that way pretty easily. 3-point shooting still not good. 31.8%, but Ivey early was the best 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
He shoots
shooting from the logo. Even.
Yeah, he's shooting it very deep, but he shot 50% from 3 for 6. Nope, I'm wrong about that. No, I'm right about that. Sorry. But Sasha was 2 for 8. He hit 2 in a cluster in the second half.
Yeah.
And but he is off. I don't know how to say it nicely. Something's not right. I think that dislocated finger in his offhand is bothering him. I don't know what else to say at this point other than that. He is not shooting the ball well at all. Outside of him, I think Hunter hit a 3, so he went 1 for 2. First went 1 for 1 from 3, which is neat to see. First got a significant amount of minutes. I don't have the minutes up yet. Maybe they're here now. Nope. And but solid game. There's not really anything to report. Purdue bringing the walk-ons on is always fun. So that's a good sign. So you have any thoughts before the next round or?
No, I mean, if Virginia Tech makes it, Purdue's got to shut down Couture.
Yeah, no doubt.
And he's really good.
And you say that's Hunter's. That's got to be Hunter's job, right? Yep. No, I don't think there's any questions. Let's go back, see if there's any questions over here on the live section. Thanks for everybody tuning in today. Let's see. Yeah, Boiler Bugle says he thought Painter might have pulled out a suit for the tourney. No such luck. I think Paint likes being pretty comfortable at this point. And the other thing, I think a lot of coaches are kind of done being stuffy in suits. Yeah. Neat to see Coach Jones over there on the Yale sideline wears a suit. Looks very sharp, by the way. That's a guy who looks good in a suit. Maybe Paint says I don't look as good in a suit as Coach Jones. Yeah. So there's no need to get on that up in that elite air. So. But that's about it. Purdue handles their business, like I said. They'll move on to the round of 32. They'll play Sunday. Do we know the tip-off time yet?
No, I will check that.
Okay. Yeah, he'll check this out. And but I'm going to thank our sponsors, of course, Gridiron Metalworks, Martin Vintage, AJ's, of course. Check them out. You know, if you go to Martin Vintage, Interboiled, get 15% off. If you go to Gridiron Metalworks right now, you won't be able to get anything because they're shut down for a couple more weeks until they relaunch their website. If you go to AJ's, you can go about any time, even until late in the evening, and you can get some mac and cheese bites and some pretty tasty and a pint. LBD can't have one, but I could have a pint. But I don't think I had one last time I went there. I think I had a Dr. Pepper or something. So, but anyway, I can't remember what I drank. But anyway, you can have a pint, though, and you should have a pint and enjoy it. So go to AJ's. There's open football practices over the next few weeks when football practice resumes. Maybe you go up there to AJ's and take in a practice, and then you let your pal Boiler know what you thought about practice. Why not?
And it's TBD right now. Don't know when there's 2 people tied for first in the Boiled Sports bracket.
Okay, tell us who's tied. Go ahead, read that out.
Get Bud 3, number 2, 170 points.
Okay.
And also AS Day 13-1.
Okay. How about how's LBD and Boiler Dowd doing? I picked Kentucky to go win the championship. By the way, just because you pick somebody to win the championship, I had people on Twitter get angry about this. Because you pick somebody to win the championship does not mean you like them. Mm-hmm. It means you think they're a good team, meaning they're playing good basketball, and they are a good candidate to go to the final game and win it. That's all. I thought Kentucky was playing great basketball, and I think Schwebe is that good. Is it Schwebe? Did I say that right? Schwebe. I don't know. Schwebe. Regardless, it's a hard name. Ben Cotton, he offered he will drink your pint.
Okay, great.
So that's nice. Very nice, Ben. You're a giver. You're a gentleman. You're a scholar. Yeah. Anyway, so Purdue's tip-off for Sunday is not finalized. LBD and I are not good at making picks this year.
So I have 130 points out of, I think, 190.
Who's your champ?
I have UCLA as my champ.
Okay, so you're still alive. That's good.
And he has 120 points with Kentucky as a champ, so not many points.
I'm in trouble.
Not too great.
And I've got a Final Four team that, if you want to check my bracket, you guys probably disagree. I think Illinois has a lot of parts that you say historically a team that might make a run. The one thing they don't have is a coach that's had a lot of success in the tournament, and that really matters. But you got to start sometime. But they've got a ton of experience. The average age on Illinois' lineup, I think, is 47.
Yep.
They're older than me, which is wild.
63 years old.
Yeah, he's 63. That's he moves pretty well for a guy in his 60s. He's early 60s though, and they've got, of course, a good big man, and they've got a lot of things that I think you want. So you can pound it in if you feel like you need, a bucket, or you can have your creative guards, your dynamic guards. You can have Plummer go out there and bomb a three. They've got a lot of things. Good point guard play, a lot of things that I like. So I have Illinois going to the Final Four. So, but that's about it. So sound off below on who you think is going to go to the championship. Yeah. How you feel? Has anything changed after a day and a half into the tournament? Do you feel better? Do you feel worse about Purdue? Some friends of mine, I got a couple texts as I'm recording, say, let's just keep going. Let's keep marching, and I think that's it. Good things can happen in the tournament. Purdue handled their business. They didn't play close to a perfect game. They didn't play their best game, but they move on. Yep. So, well, that's about it for you. We'll talk to you soon. Either tomorrow I'll have a quick cast for no good reason if something gets my attention. If not, talk to you after the game on Sunday. And sound off on Twitter, sound off in the comments. If you haven't, this reminder goes out to actually my dad and my uncle who have asked me multiple times. There's a bell right up. Wait, let's see. Would be right below this screen.
Subscribe.
Yep, says subscribe, and there's a bell. So click the bell, and then you'll get notified when I go live.
Yes.
So I'm really not trying to be funny here. If you don't have the bell pushed, you might want to push the bell too if you enjoy the content. But I have produced quite a bit of content this season. So ever since I went to the live model during football season, I'm like, yeah, why not? We can do post games this way. It's a good way to go. And push the bell, subscribe, easy peasy. And look forward to seeing you again. Let's see any comments in here. Todd Singer says Trey missed IT wide open twice. And yes, he did. I concur with that. Let's see. What's that word? Okay, I don't want to say something because I don't know what it stands for. Ben Cotton made a comment. I don't know what one of the abbreviations stand for, so I never know where I'm going. If I don't want to say something I'm not supposed to say, I curse enough as it is. Work from home, great. Okay, that's good. So Ben Cotton says Painter has embraced the work from home attire, and I think that's completely accurate. By the way, I work from home. I did it before it was cool, and I've dressed like this.
Yeah, forever.
For longer than he's been alive. But my wife, she calls it jammies. She says I put on my comfy jammies
Her
and
outfits are worse, though.
go to work. Huh?
Her outfits are worse.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, whoa, shots fired. So, yeah, come here. I see 3 generations of Boilers in here. This is my dad, who I was just making fun of. There he is. So the people you guys say looks like Danny Hope.
That's
right
me.
there. He's out of focus right now because it's focused on me or Mike. All right, there we go. So,
tell your mom hi.
Okay. Hey, Mom, thanks for watching. How about that? I haven't done that for a long time. Mom, thanks for watching. And that's how I'm going to sign off. Have a great day. God bless you. Hammer down. We're going to talk to you soon. See ya.